Welcome back to another video. I am Swagalicious Figure Ranger, and I got something special here today. It is a vintage figure, and I had this as a, in my childhood. And I finally got one for a really good deal on eBay. In box, with everything in it. Pretty much pristine condition besides like one wrinkle in the box. So there's real exciting stuff. So without further ado, we're gonna review the Spider-Man 2 Toy Biz figure. Oh, my camera's a bit too. Okay. This is the Spider-Man 2 Superposable Toy Biz figure. This figure is unbelievably popular. I got it for $150 off of eBay. That's a lot, but I mean that's a really good deal because these figures are usually sold for $220, $300. It's crazy. And the fact that I got it in almost pristine condition, like look, you got the little Toy Biz logo, the box, the figure looks great. The sticker's a little damaged, but other than that, and then you have the wrinkle right there I was talking about. But yeah, so on the side, you get the little Spider-Man, like what the figure looks like. Same thing here, and on the back, you get this stuff. You get things. So, number one, clamp the wrist clip wrist into clamp. Spider-Man can swing from wall. Spider-Man can stand on ledge. Then it shows you the other stuff they have. So this is obviously this figure. Then there's the aerial flipping Spider-Man. I've seen someone on eBay selling it, but I tried making an offer, but he's like, no. And he was stubborn at a certain price, but I was like, you're never gonna sell it at that price. Then you have the rapid punch Spider-Man, and then a shoot and slide Spider-Man. These figures were cool. I've only ever had the Spider-Man 1 Spider-Man. I only ever had the Spider-Man 1 Spider-Man with the gargoyle. And yeah, I think I also had, not had, but I'm pretty sure I knew someone that had the magnetic wall climbing Spider-Man. But yeah, so this is a very cool antique. The way I'm gonna get this figure out of there without damaging the box, because I want to keep the box obviously, because this is like, this is something you need to keep. So I was thinking about doing acetone from the back and linking it through here so that it could make the glue come off. But the thing is, that's a very bad idea because it'll just ruin the box. This box cardboard is pretty thick and it won't leak through. So then the other method was use an air dryer or a hot what's it called? What are they called? Hot guns or something like that. They're just like a gun that have like a lot of heat, and you just kind of melt the glue. But that kind of seems risky, and I don't have one. So what I believe I'm gonna do is simply get an X-Acto knife, not X-Acto knife, but a box cutter. Cut here, oops, here and up here, and I should be able to just get the tray from what I can see, pull it out, and boom. So I'll do that right now. Oh, and disclaimer, if you're below 18, do not do this at home. Please get an adult to do this for you. Or if you're over the 18, try to be careful. And yeah, just rule of thumb, always cut away from your hand, never cut to it, because I've done that before. And I don't know if you can see, but I have a scar right there. It's like faded, but it was bad. So be careful, wow. Be careful. Okay, I believe I got it. Oh, okay, there. So now I should be able to grab the box and remove it. Okay, so this is after I removed the stuff. So this had to come out first because it had like a separate tray. Hold on. The plastic tray is slightly beat up, but yeah, there you go. There's the figure extracted, and then you have little zip ties. Not zip ties, but yeah. Ooh, the box took kind of a beating, but it's just a plastic tray. It's okay. I mean, this is what has the value, right? Unfortunately, I did cut it from here because it was like attached, while here it wasn't, so I could easily cut. So yeah, I don't know if you guys have the skill to be able to cut through here without cutting this plastic. Yeah, it takes some finesse, but yeah, I got the figure out. So now you could just slide the tray back in there and boom. Okay, alright, update. So after I struggled to put the tray back on, and I had to get tweezers and go in the box and like pull this little, I don't know what just fell. I'll go look at that. I put the plastic tray in back and boom. I could just hang this on the wall and now I have the figure and stuff out. And here it is, the legendary Toy Biz Spider-Man 2 superposable action figure with the base. Oh my god, this is amazing. I already have one, but it includes the base and it's just, this is like, you know, I thought the figure that I found was pristine condition, but this is mint. This is literally mint. Well, not anymore after I opened it. But man, this is a great figure. I barely moved the pose because I wanted to, you know, show the articulation just fresh out the box. But man, so let's just remove him and show you the amazing paint job on this base. So you have this silver paint, and then, you know, the little billboard sign, Daily Bugle and sale now. And then you have these little lights, pretty good paint jobs. And then look, like the silver paint job is like, it's like jagged, like steel. Look at that. And then you have the concrete building. Little texture right there. Pretty sure these were painted by hand, so those are actually like the paintbrush strokes right there. A little weathering. What the hell? I got a little flake right there. Ooh. Ooh, that's bad. But yeah. And then you have a little ring that is attached to this. Unfortunately, it does not extend like the other Spider-Man bases, like the gargoyle, which I can get right now. Like this one. This is the other one, and basically what you can do is use this button, and yeah. I also have the other Spider-Man I was talking about right here. This is the one that I did have, and I thought this was pretty mint condition. I'll compare the two figures to show you like how different they are, like from in condition, but yeah, anyways, yeah, so it's not retractable. Then you got this brick detailing, some weathering, cracks, those are cool. And on the back, it's all gray, you just plug this in there. Same thing as the gargoyle one. And yeah, you just have this base on the wall, which is really sick. I wish they did this, but they don't do this no more. Look at that. Just great, man. This is great. Iconic base. Oh man, to me, well. But yeah. Now, let's go over articulations. So, let's just put this in the base vanilla pose.
Oh, tight, yeah!
Oh, that's tight. That is tight. Ooh. Oh my god, I've never had a tight Spider-Man. Pause. Anyways, yeah, this is a really, like, mint condition Spider-Man that hasn't been opened, you know? Like, oh my god. All the joints are really tight. So anyways, so you can look down that far. You can look up all the way, basically. No head pivot, honestly, because this wasn't really a thing back then. Ab crunch. It's a pretty okay ab crunch. Like, I don't know, this they heavily promoted the ab crunch on this because of the little weird midsection, but it's not that great. But for the back, oof, my god, you can do a lot with the back. And he has a butterfly joint, so it can go back, forward. Then his arms he also have this like weird armpit thing, which is cool, and it makes his arms go up higher, and then even more, oh my god, like that's only the most the arm can go up. Like boom, that's how high it can go up, and then it bumps into his own head when you have a little pit thing right there. But yeah, you have bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and then wrist swivel right there, and then the hands can go up, down, and then you got articulated fingers. Every single finger but the thumb can move, so you can do the iconic thwip, You could make him point, or like grab his chin, stroking it like, or you can have him drink a tea with the pinky out, or you can, yeah. But yeah, it's a clean figure, you know. Oh yeah, and then he can kick forward that far, back that far. He can do the splits, thigh swivel, double jointed legs, boot cuff. Ooh, that's tight. Okay, this one's better. Swivel, foot can go down that far, up that far, and toe articulation both ways. You don't see that no more. And the paint job. Let's talk about the paint job compared to this one. This is like the one I bought off of eBay for loose, and this is the one in box. So you got the webbing right there. Spider-Man symbol, the eyes, and the back symbol. Just no scuffs, no nothing. Oh wait, what is that? Oh, there's a little blotching. That's okay. Just great figure. And then one of the things that I really appreciated was, look, the pins are blue, and then they're red on that side. Double colored pins. They don't do that with Hasbro no more. And then on the legs, they have blue pins. And then the knee joints are texture. Look at that texture from the suit. It's all that's on the kneecaps. Just looks great. And then this is the, you know, the one that I got on eBay. That was pretty much pristine, almost mint condition. You know, pretty good. It's really good webbing. Symbols, good. There's a little bit of weathering right there, but I mean, dude, this is great. And then he has some too. I think that's just a factory thing. And then the problem with this figure that his arm is a little separated from the wrist. Like if I move it on a certain angle, it's bad. But yeah, other than that, it's a pretty good mint condition. And I'm thinking about giving this to my nephew since I now have the box one, which is just wow, you know. But honestly, it's an amazing figure. I apologize, I have no idea why I'm whispering. I guess I'm just trying to be quiet to not damage the figure because it is old, but man, this figure is just phenomenal. You know, it is a classic. It was worth $150 in my opinion because it was a good deal. But what I tell you as a collector, if you're a fan of the Tobey Maguire movies, dude, this figure was in my childhood, and this is just a classic back then in 2003. So I mean, honestly, I would say buy it. Like, it's such a good figure. It is like a staple. It is like a, how do you say it, like a milestone in Toy Biz's history before it fell off, I guess, because they went bankrupt. And it still holds up to this day as a really good figure. Like the SH Figure Arts Spider-Man doesn't look right, or the Marvel Legends one, because it's more based off of the No Way Home, where he has like a skinnier build and he's not buff, and it just looks weird, you know. But this figure just, man, absolutely love it. But if you're like I guess if this wasn't in your childhood, or you didn't see it around us when you were younger, I guess, and this is a completely new, I don't recommend buying this figure. Just go buy the SH Figure Arts or Marvel Legends Spider-Man. You know, that one's pretty good. But this is more like, it's close to your heart because it was in your childhood, and you remember going to Toys R Us in 2003 or around that time, and just seeing like the big displays they would have back then. I'll put some images of these, like, you know, the Spider-Man promotions during the time, and then like the, you know, the wall full of all these different Spider-Man figures. It was crazy. But Toys R Us was on top of everything, man. And man, it was just great, you know. But yeah, if you're not like an OG, basically, don't buy it. But if you are, dog, you gotta buy it. You could probably find some good deals on eBay where they're doing it on auction, and you can just bid for it. So I recommend doing that. And if anyone's wondering, the comparison between my Spider-Man 1 figure to this figure, here it is. This is the Spider-Man 1 figure with the gargoyle. It is, ooh man, this figure is worn. The webbing is nearly gone. Like, if you can look at this figure, oh dude, his webbing's nearly gone. He's loose. Oh, the chest is nearly gone. His hand is cooked. Butt chafing. Back chafing. Eesh, yeah, the feet. Oh man, this figure. I had this figure when I was a kid, and I lost it, unfortunately. It's a funny story where basically I was in my mom's friend's car, and I was in the back seat. You know those little back seat pockets? So, like, I'll show an image. I put my Spider-Man in there before I went into the store because I didn't want to lose it. And then I forgot about it when we were gonna go home, so I didn't take the figure with me. So I remember I was like, oh, I forgot my figure. I was like, hey mom, could we go to that friend's house because I forgot my action figure? She's like, okay. So we ended up going, and they said, oh, I'm so sorry, sweetie. She got in a car crash, you know, and she got in a crash accident, and basically the car, they scrapped it. They took it to the junkyard to be scrapped and compacted and crushed. And I'm like, no, my Spider-Man. No, I was so heartbroken, like you wouldn't believe. And I told my friend about that story, and he's like, oh no, there's a high chance that one of the workers, they might have grabbed the figure and just took it for themselves and give it to the kid. I'm like, I really hope it's in a new home right now and not like just shredded or compacted in a car. That would be so sad. But yeah, I got this action figure because I thought it was this one, but I was so wrong. But I still love this figure to death. But this figure is still my childhood, and I love it to death. Oh man, it's what really got me into figure collecting, because man, it's just great. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I hope if you're, you know, if you remember this or you had this in your childhood, you think, you know what, I'll shell all $100 for this. It is a lot of money. If you rather prefer getting new modern figures, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're, you know, if you want something vintage, just at least one vintage thing in your collection, buy one of these. There's a bunch of these on eBay, you know, like specifically the billboard one, but there's also the traffic light one, which is the same thing, but it has a different app crunch, but it's looking better. And yeah, but if you're not a vintage collector, or if you're just a new gen, you know, new player, like not a new player, but a new person in the game of like collecting stuff, don't get this. Just buy something that you like that is now modern, because HH Figure Arts, Figma, and Mayfix, and all those other companies, they're killing it right now. And just get something like that, you know? But yeah, anyways, thank you for watching the video, and yeah. I nearly forgot to record the one crucial part, the height measuring. So he stands at basically straight up 6 inches. And this is how he is compared to this Spider-Man, who's a bit below 6 inches. This is how much he scales to your standard 6-inch figure. Denji from SH Figure Arts. Well, from Chainsaw Man, but yeah. He's about below 6 inches. And this is how much he scales to the Mayfix Spider-Man. About 6 inches. And this is how much he scales to your standard Carnage figure. He is up like 6.5 inches. Oh man, looking at this figure is reminding me of the Spider-Man figure movie and how it was like leaked to be Carnage, but then they canceled it. Ah, what a shame.
Fly nigga, I don't follow all these rules, yeah. Bitch, I'm making tunes, I ain't missing, I won't lose. Let's go.